WWE Elimination Chamber is live from Perth, Australia this coming Saturday, and a lot of you may be disappointed to know, or maybe you're excited if you're from, like, the way east. But this show actually is starting at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Now listen, way back in the day, like 2018, I used to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I used to watch their shows like every other day. And I will wake up early in the morning to watch their shows. I will wake up at 3, 4, or 5 just to watch it when it was live, and sometimes live stream it, because that was the content I made in 2018. Not to mention, I'm generally a morning person. Like, more often than not, I'm waking up at 6:30, 7 a.m. in the morning. Like, waking up early in the morning is not a problem for me at all. I'm not going to sweat this. All you have to do is eat a really big dinner, go to bed at like 9, 10 o'clock, and wake up at 4, and you're good. Now, the only thing that's going to be a bit hard for me is that I have work at 10 a.m. So I'm like, as long as WWE, and they've been doing pretty good these last couple years about ending shows within like 3.5, 4 hours. So as long as they end this show before 9 a.m., I will likely be live on YouTube for it. And there's only like 5 matches on this card, really 4 in like one segment. We're going to get into all that in just a bit. But before we get into it, guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe for more content like this. WrestleMania predictions and WrestleMania videos are coming soon. So that being said, let's get straight into the predictions for this card. I couldn't find the vertical version of this match card. So on this show, we have Finn Balor and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day defending their undisputed tag team championships against the team of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Once upon a time, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate had one of the best matches in WWE history, and that happened 7 years ago. 7 years later, they're now on the main roster as a tag team, and they just don't feel as important. And it's odd because Pete Dunne has been on the main roster for like, what, 2 years now as Butch, and now he's just become Pete Dunne. I feel like that's come a little bit too late, honestly. Tyler Bate is just making his way to the main roster, and I feel like we really haven't seen him have the chance to actually cook in the ring yet. So hopefully in this environment, they will have like 10, 15 minutes to go out there and put on a show still that I know both of these men, as well as Judgment Day, can. Outside of the Judgment Day, just having the visual of them holding championships, I don't even know why Finn Balor and Damian Priest are tag team champions. Am I the only person who feels like the only purpose their tag team reign holds is that they basically have the visual of holding championships? Part of me wishes when they lost those titles to Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, and I know it feels like such a long time ago because it was Fastlane and it was only a 10-day reign, but part of me wishes when they lost those titles, they just didn't win them back. That all being said, I don't think they're losing the titles to Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, though they're great wrestlers, they're just not an established enough tag team to beat tag team champions. I got Judgment Day retaining. They're likely going to have a fatal 4-way tag team match at WrestleMania because they have no feud going on, but be it as it may. We have the Grayson Waller effect with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. WWE is heavily pushing the team of Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes almost to the point where if they don't have a tag team match at WrestleMania, I don't understand what we're doing at this point. Ever since January when Cody won the Rumble, it's just always been consistent segments with Seth Rollins, where Seth Rollins still feels like the guy waiting to be chosen and is never chosen by Cody. Even now, Seth Rollins wants to team with Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes still hasn't chosen him. I said it once and I'll say it again. All of this stuff just makes Seth Rollins look like the lesser than champion, and we all understand that he is. Roman Reigns dressed him down already about it. But when you go out there and you're basically begging for Cody Rhodes to challenge you and he doesn't, and now you're basically begging him to be your tag team partner, it's like, bro, like, get off your knees and go pick somebody. Don't you have a Elimination Chamber match to worry about where either man winning will face you at WrestleMania? Like, why are you so worried about Cody? Worry about the other 6 men that are competing for the right to face you. So again, if this is not building up to a tag team match with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and The Rock at WrestleMania, I don't know what we're doing here. It doesn't make Seth Rollins look any more stronger than he did before January the 8th. Also, just to mention, if Seth Rollins is still recovering from an ACL or MCL tear, whichever one it is, isn't it like not a good idea to have him work double duty? Because like I would have to assume if you're doing a tag team match on night 1, then night 2 has to be the world title match, right? Because like I doubt you're doing a tag team match before WrestleMania. So if you're doing it at WrestleMania and you're doing a title match also, like you're working double duty on like a bum knee, like isn't that not a good idea? Who am I? Just a concerned wrestling fan. On to the next match. Very, very interested to see if this closes out the show. I don't quite know if it should, but given that Rhea Ripley is actually Australian, it could. That being said, we have the Women's World Heavyweight Championship on the line as Rhea Ripley defends against Nia Jax. I'm not sure how everybody else feels about this, but Nia Jax, I feel like, has improved in the ring a lot since her return. I will still say up and down that January 1st, her match with Becky Lynch is honestly one of the best matches she's ever had. And that's not all due in part to Becky. I think she held her own weight in that match. If there's anybody on the roster who's going to give Rhea Ripley the fight of her life, it's Nia Jax. Someone who can be physically more imposing in some ways than Rhea Ripley. It's going to be big, meaty women slapping me, and I'm actually kind of excited for this match. If you would have asked me this a year ago, 2, 3, 4, 5, I would have said no, absolutely not. But Nia Jax, now, I think she's ready for this match. I think it might be sleeper of the night, honestly. She has no shot of winning. I got Rhea retaining, but I'm not going to be surprised if this match actually hits. Like, honestly, I'm kind of excited for it. But again, Rhea Ripley retains. We get into the chamber matches now. We start off with the Women's Elimination Chamber match with Naomi, Raquel Gonzalez, Tiffany Stratton, Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, and Bianca Belair. And I mean, this is a pretty stacked list of people you got here. I mean, you got the final 5 women in the Rumble match with Bianca, Becky, Liv, and Tiffany. You got Naomi, who just came back and is definitely hitting hard. Raquel just came back on Monday Night Raw. Don't know if I really would have put her into this match, but you know, she came back on Raw, so she got something going on. You can make a case for any of these women to win this match. You can seriously make a case for either 6 of these women to win this match. However, I think there's only 2 that should be winning, and that's Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. If it were up to me, it would have been a triple threat at WrestleMania between Rhea, Liv, and Becky. So unless they're going to do a double pin spot in this match, I fear it's going to be just one of them, and I think it's going to be Becky Lynch. Ever since that promo Becky Lynch cut on Rhea Ripley where she's like, I have to prove to myself that I'm still the man, I have to prove to myself that you're not better than me, that all but set the way for their match at WrestleMania. So you can do all the matches in the world you want to do, but like that promo, more than anything, I think for me and a lot of other fans, just made it abundantly clear that Becky should be facing Rhea at WrestleMania. No other match, no other opponent feels bigger or more important than Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. And as cool as it would be to see Liv and Rhea go at it, I think we all know Liv would not beat Rhea. But Becky has a shot. And I think the more realistic outcome and the person who actually is going to give the best fight should be the one to face the champion at WrestleMania. And that person is Becky Lynch, so I got Becky winning the chamber. As for what everybody else does, Bianca faces Jade at WrestleMania. I could see Liv and Naomi being in a tag team match for the women's tag titles. As far as Raquel and Tiff, I don't know. Maybe like Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Listen, I want everybody to be included too, but unless you're going to do a Battle Royal WrestleMania, everybody can't be on the card. So unfortunately, some people are going to be left off, and it is what it is. Next year. For the men's Elimination Chamber match to determine who will face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, we have Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre. Before Logan Paul came into this match, it was a men over 40 chamber match. Listen, I understand most wrestlers nowadays, they're in their 30s and their 40s and they're having the best runs of their careers. But I would prefer we have more younger talent in these chamber matches to actually go out there and show their stuff versus the guys who've been in like 6, 7 chamber matches in the past. What is this, Randy Orton's like 10th chamber match maybe? No slouch to anybody else in this match, but you know, next time just, you know, maybe a Pete Dunne or a Ricochet or somebody else would be cool too. I'm gonna cut to the chase. I don't see how anybody but Drew McIntyre wins this match. The way he just buries CM Punk every chance he gets, to the way he is now going after Seth Rollins, I don't see how you don't give it to Drew McIntyre. Anybody else just feels like it doesn't work. Eddie Seth, been there, done that. Bobby Seth sounds like a Monday Night Raw match. LA Knight and Seth, I mean, would have sounded good maybe like 6 months ago, but no, if LA Knight really needs the world title, he just had like 3 opportunities and lost all 3 of them. But no one's been there, done that. And Logan Paul, been there, done. Arguably, we've been there, done that with Drew McIntyre 2 times already. Drew McIntyre, 3 months later, is in this freshly renewed heel gimmick, and it's really just lighting his character up. It's making Drew McIntyre hot in a way that I don't think he's been in a very long time. And pause, by the way. I meant hot as in like popular hot. I got Drew winning this one. I could see Logan Paul facing LA Knight at WrestleMania. As far as Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, I have no clue what they're doing. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle? I'm just kidding. Maybe a triple star match and they all face each other. I don't know. Make sure you guys are subscribed to me on YouTube just in the event I do go live for Elimination Chamber 5 a.m. All right, love you, bye.